To create clean, centered and polished animated Sprite 2D characters in Godot 4, we'll start by preparing your pixel art spreadsheet using external tools and then import and animate it in Godot. Whether you're using your own art or downloading the sprites, this guide will work for any spreadsheet. Let's dive in. First, you'll need a spreadsheet. If you're creating your own pixel art, you can skip this step. Otherwise, I recommend downloading sprites from the Spriters resource. It's a free, well-organized site with sprites from many games, including custom creations. For this tutorial, I'll be using Gomez sprites as an example, but these steps apply to any spreadsheet. Before importing your spreadsheet in Godot, you'll need to clean it up and prepare it for animation. I recommend using Pixel Studio by Hypogames, but you can use any pixel art software you're comfortable with. The goal is to have a clean, centered spreadsheet with transparent background. Compress your spreadsheet into a zip file and move it to your Pictures folder inside the Pixel Studio directory. Open Pixel Studio and click Open. Click the three dots in the bottom left corner and select Import Storage. Browse to your zip file, confirm the import, and your spreadsheet will be loaded into Pixel Studio. Click on your spreadsheet to enter the editor, select the color tool, lower the alpha to 0 and confirm. Use the color replace tool to erase the background colors, leaving only the character sprites. I recommend separating your animations into different files, for example, idle.png, walking.png, for easier management. However, you can also keep all sequences in one file and split them later in Godot. Use the Select Rec tool to highlight the frames for one animation sequence. Click the FX button to open the Functions menu, then select Crop and isolate the sequence. Open the Animation toolbar and add frames to match your sequence. Use the Move tool to adjust each frame for smooth animation. Once satisfied, crop any unused rows or columns from your spreadsheet. Open the Functions menu and select Resize Canvas, not Resize Project. Choose a larger, even-numbered squared size, for example 32 by 32 pixels, to center your sprite. Confirm the resize and your sprite will be perfectly centered and ready for export. Click the menu icon in the bottom right corner and select Save to Files. Choose the Spreadsheet option to adjust the grid for your sequence. Save your spreadsheet to your desired location. Now that your spreadsheet is ready, let's bring it into Godot and animate it. Drag and drop your spreadsheet into your Godot project folder. Create an animated Sprite 2D node in your scene. In the inspector panel, expand the animation menu. Create a new Sprite Frames library. Click on the library to open the Sprite Frames editor. Select your animation and click Add Frames from Spreadsheet. Adjust the rows and columns to match your spreadsheet or manually enter the frame size. Select all frames and add them to your animation. With your animation set up, you can now call the play function in your script to see your character come to life. Your sprites will be clean, centered, and animated smoothly. And that's it. You now have a fully animated, centered sprite in Godot 4. Whether you are creating your own pixel art or using existing sprites, these steps will help you achieve professional-looking animations for your game. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more Godot game development tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.